The people who are alive right now have the worst attention span over everyone who has ever lived. Their attention span is worse than a goldfish. They search for that quick hit of dopamine. If they can't find it, they swipe. Everyone has a short attention span. That's why YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, those type of stuff are very popular nowadays, because people don't have the attention span to sit down and watch a 10-minute video. So they try to get all the information from YouTube Shorts. They get quick dopamine hits from those YouTube Shorts. Those videos are edited in a way that it gets the most dopamine hit, also keeps their attention from the people. Because people like the dopamine, the instant gratification from these social medias, they get addicted to it, because when they've been addicted to it, been watching it, everything else in their life kind of seems mundane and kind of shit, because they don't get their dopamine hit from walking the dog. That's why this social media is really bad. Now, what I recommend is to delete Instagram, stuff like that. What I've got on my YouTube is I've got the thing that blocks YouTube Shorts, so I can't see YouTube Shorts. There's no YouTube Shorts tab. If I click on a link to a YouTube Shorts, then it just shows up black and I can only hear the audio. So that is probably what I recommend, so you don't get tempted. Obviously, with those other social medias, delete them. You don't need them. Here's how you get your social media back to how it was. See, now it does take a while to get your attention span back to what it was. So what I did to get my attention span to how it is now, which is pretty long, is I've deleted social media. I haven't had social media for a couple of years now. I sometimes go on Instagram if I'm looking for something, and if that is necessary. But eventually, over time, your attention span will get bigger and bigger, because you're not looking for that instant hit of gratification and dopamine. So eventually you'll start to go back to how it was. But also you need to kind of challenge and train that attention muscle. So when you're sitting, let's say you sit in a chair for 10 minutes without doing anything, just thinking, that does train your attention span to be longer. Like I said before, you need to cut out these high pace, quick cuts, all those type of stuff from what you watch daily, because they're how you get your dopamine, the quick little dopamine hits where it cuts from one transition to another transition to music. That is what is all the dopamine, and your brain just gets absolutely hammered with dopamine. Your brain just goes crazy for this dopamine, because it's a massive hit. Because back in the primal times, you get dopamine from killing an animal, feeding your tribes, stuff like that. But that stuff would be delayed gratification. You couldn't get it instantly. The only way you could get it instantly was from eating the animal that you just killed. Because if I take a look now, most people have already left this video because they've got a short attention span. They're swiping for the next one and the next video and the next video. They try to Netflix their way through, look for that dopamine, and then just go on to the other one because they're bored. People don't sit through the video because they've got a short attention span. People don't even watch the video because they find it boring, because there's no big transitions or massive edits. Because if I take a look right now, my retention rate would have been just absolutely plummeted after the first 20 seconds, because people are addicted to that hit of dopamine. You need to do a dopamine detox. Dopamine detox basically means that, let's say your dopamine levels are up here right now at the moment, and let's say they used to be down here, down below. So from this high up here, let's say you're doing your work here, doing a hobby, reading books, stuff like that. But up here, this is your baseline. So pretty much mean anything under it you don't really want to do, because it doesn't give you the dopamine hit up to your baseline. Now you can do stuff that is above your baseline, and that's the stuff that if you keep on doing that, your baseline will keep getting higher and higher. Now with a dopamine detox, you cut out all social media, instant gratification, and dopamine. So you only want to go for stuff that is delayed gratification, like doing your work, starting that side hustle, stuff like that. And eventually, because you cut it out, your baseline will start to drop and drop to a normal level. And now, because it's dropped here, you can read books, you can do your work a lot easier, because you're not fiending for that next dopamine hit, because your baseline is down here. Let's say your work's here and your dopamine you get from doing your work is here. You will easily be able to do it, and you wouldn't be distracted and fiending for that next dopamine hit. Short-term pain for long-term gain.